reads as thus. And he said, a certain man had two sons. And the younger of them said to his father, Father, give me the portion of goods that falleth to me. And he divided unto them his living. And not many days after, the young son gathered all his together, he took his journey into a far country, and there wasted his substance with riotous living. And when he had spent all, there arose a mighty famine in that land. And he began to be in want. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country. And he sent him into his fields to feed the swine. Let's go to the 24th. And he would fain have filled his belly with the husks that the swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. And when he had came to himself, he said, how many hired servants of my father's have bread enough to spare, and I perish with hunger? I will rise and go to my father, and will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him, and he had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck, and kissed him. And the son said unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven, and in thy sight I am no more worthy to be called thy son. But the father said to his servant, bring forth the best robe, and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and shoes on his feet. And bring hither the fatted calf, and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found. And they began to marry. Put on my readers. If I had a thought for you this afternoon, it would be a wayward son. A wayward son. But before we get there, we're used to telling limericks. Amen. And perhaps we could make you laugh a little bit before we get you stirred. Amen. We dropped by this restaurant. Elderly Italian gentleman went in and he said, I like the waiter. I like to have me a good meal today. What would you recommend? And he said, well, today lobster is the best thing going. He said, well, in that case, bring me 2 lobsters. One for me, one for my wife. And after a while, the waiter brings out the lobster for the wife. It's in good shape. And he brings the gentleman his lobster. And he looks at it and he sees that the claw is missing. And he said, wait a minute. He says, you're going to bring her a lobster that's not all together, and you're going to bring me one that's missing the claw. He said, look, then the waiter said to him, look, I can't tell you how things are. We just put them in a pot and boil them. And he lost his claw. 2 lobsters fighting, lost his claw. He said, wait a minute. You tell me you're going to bring me this loser? He said, what that look like? I want to eat a loser. Bring me the winner. Amen. We find the son put a demand on his father. Give me, not please, nor may I have. Give me. He did not understand the effect of him getting his inheritance from his father. He didn't care what shape the estate was. Give me. That reminds you that young people today still using that same phrase, give me.
All right now. All right.
$100, I want some Nikes. We find that this young man was self-centered.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
He was selfish. He was rude. Most of all, he was unkind. He wanted his now. Amen. Microwave. Let's see what 1 Timothy 6, 9 through 10 says about that. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Amen? He said, give me my, what it was basically saying is, give me my independence. I want to be free. I'm tired of being here. I want out of your house. This is what the prodigal son was really after. To live like he wanted to. On his own. Amen?
Amen.
This, 2 Timothy 3 says this know also, that in the last days, perilous time shall come. Amen? For men shall be lovers of themselves. Amen? And you watch today, when you go in the Johns and you ready to wash your hands and get there, somebody's always in front of the mirror, spending more time than ladies do. Is that right? I know y'all ladies are not in our restroom, but it does happen. Malachi 2:2 says this: if ye will not hear, and if ye will not lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name, amen, saith the Lord of hosts, I will even send a curse upon you, and I will curse your blessings. Yea, I have cursed them already, because ye do not lay it to heart. Now, there's something about the heart, about the heart of a man. Amen. You got to come to a situation or come to a point in life where you got to give your heart not just to your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, but you got to give your heart to God.
Come on here.
Amen. Our biggest problem sometimes is giving that heart. Amen. I love him, but I don't love you enough to give you all my love. Amen. I'm going to give you some, but I'm going to give you just enough. Amen. To let you know that I do care. Caring is not enough. Loving is greater. The wayward son left his father. He rebelled and revolted and journeyed to a far country. You know how it is. I don't know about those who partied, those who wanted to go out and have a good time. Amen. But you always went out of town to do your party. Is that right? You did not want anybody who knew you to see you. Amen. So you had your own little personal haven. Amen. And I don't know how you felt about it, but I used to party a little bit. Amen. And every place it seemed after a while, always somebody there knew me. And I began to say to myself, well, I better stop going out. Every time I go somewhere, somebody there. And when I stopped going out and started going to church, the same people that I was running to in the club was in church. And I'm like, when did you join church? Well, about 2 months ago now. I said to myself, wow, why did you change? I kept seeing the same people all the time. I had to find me a new place. And I found myself in church. But what this young man didn't know, or what I didn't know, is that I wanted to get away. And I didn't want anybody to see me. But I started reading, and somewhere along the line, I saw the word, God is an all-seeing God.
Amen. Wow.
Amen. God is an all-seeing God. And he was seeing me, and I'm going like, what? He even see me there. But see, he knows everything a sinners do. Amen. And even the songwriter went away, sinner, you can't hide. You can't hide from God. Amen. See, but this son didn't realize that he wasn't ready for the journey. Amen. He wasn't prepared. Amen. He didn't realize the world of misery was waiting on him. Do you not know that the world is waiting to eat you up? Misery is ready to get on your track. Amen. We find here that he didn't know that he was taking himself out from under the ark of protection. Anytime you walk away or try to get away from the umbrella of God, you're not protected. And God gets tired of you playing with him. And he gets to the point where, okay, I'm not going to secure him this time. I'm going to let him hit it. I'm going to let him hit it. I'm going to let him have what he's looking for. Because he's not happy right now. But I'm going to put him in a position where he will learn one of these days. He's going to need me. Is that what your mom tell you sometimes? Is that what your dad tell you sometimes? You're going to need me. And when you need me, I'll be there. I'm saying, like, man, the way she was talking to her mom and her dad, I would never, ever say that to my parents. Amen. But he was shameful enough. He was big-eyed enough. And he thought he knew everything. If you don't believe me, talk to a 12-year-old. I try not to talk to young people. I get so upset. Old school, what you trying to tell me? OG, what you trying to tell me? Pops, what are you trying to tell me? I've been there. 4 times older than you. And you telling me more than I know? I might not know math like they do today, but when it comes to history, when it comes to English, when it comes to talking, I got them beat. I've been around a little while. You know? But they think I just came in yesterday. Fall off the, what they call it, tomato truck? Or banana truck or something? But you find that God is a jealous God. You ain't gonna put nothing over on him. And if you do too much, he's gonna slow you down. Is that right? And we find here that he began to party with his bought friends. He had a little money. He had a little filthy lucre. And they wanted some of that filthy lucre. Now, if I hang with him, I don't have to buy drinks tonight. Amen. Walked in some bars and, oh, I'm telling you the truth. Some people are sitting there waiting for you. Amen. And they will drink you up all night. And you think you'll be in bed. You'll buy for them all night. And when Sunday morning roll around, you hit your pockets, and they're a little too light. And some wake up with the pockets turned down. There was a fellow at the bar we used to take home every Friday and Saturday. Drive him, put him in his car, and drive him to his house. Leave his keys under the rug so he couldn't find them. And the man ended up being my father-in-law. God, what are you doing to me? But we found that he was a tough codger for a while. Wow, man, and he didn't like me. God, I'm like, God, all I did for you, you know, make sure you didn't run into somebody and drive you home, and now you my father-in-law and you acting stupid? What is this? You know? God give you some hard times sometimes. But we find here that he began to spend that money. Money got low, friends got few. Amen. He caroused to misery. Got on his truck. Misery will set its teeth. Amen. Misery set their teeth in this young man. And he ended up being in a miserable situation. He became destitute. No more piggy bank. Piggy bank was bust. No more rainy days. Umbrella had holes and leaks. Amen. We find here now that everything that he based his life on, and it was singing, he found that this world that he was in was corruptible. It was bad for him. He had cut himself off from his father and God. So he had no security from God. He was completely void of confidence and spiritual strength that God will provide a recovery. He never knew God like he should have. But he realized, amen, in my Father's house. Amen. And we find that he got kind of mixed up because he said, now who can I trust? I didn't trust God. I didn't look to him. How could I go on? Because I didn't give God my life, nor did I give him my goods, my tithes, and my offerings. What am I going to do? He was destitute. He didn't need physical help. He needed spiritual help. Amen. Out in this world, I'm all alone. All my friends are gone. They let me down. Then a famine struck. Misery has finally ran him down. Amen. The world garbage, his righteous living, will leave a man empty and hungry. The world, its pleasures and styles and lifestyles will satisfy the body, but the soul will end up empty.